Before the world knew his name, before Broadway tickets sold out in minutes, before hip-hop met the founding fathers, there was a kid in New York who loved words. Not just the meaning of them, but the rhythm, the speed, the way they could collide and turn into something electric. Lin-Manuel Miranda didn't just want to perform stories, he wanted to remix them. And in doing so, he quietly reshaped American musical theater. Lin-Manuel Miranda was born on January 16, 1980 in New York City to parents of Puerto Rican descent. His upbringing was deeply tied to both the city and the island. Spanish was spoken at home, Broadway cast albums played constantly, and creativity was encouraged rather than restrained. From an early age, Miranda showed an obsession with music and storytelling, absorbing everything from classic show tunes to contemporary hip-hop. As a child, he attended public schools in New York City and later enrolled at Hunter College High School, a selective school for academically gifted students. There, Miranda began experimenting with writing lyrics and performing. He wasn't the loudest voice in the room, but he was always paying attention, listening to how language worked, how jokes landed, how rhythm could carry emotion. Miranda went on to study theater at Wesleyan University in Connecticut. It was there, in a college classroom, that the seeds of his first major work were planted. For a student production, Miranda began writing what would eventually become In the Heights. The musical told the story of a largely Latino neighborhood in Washington Heights, blending hip-hop, salsa, merengue, and traditional musical theater. It was a love letter to a community rarely centered on a Broadway stage. After graduating in 2002, Miranda continued developing In the Heights while working as a substitute teacher in New York City. The musical premiered off-Broadway in 2007 and quickly gained momentum. In 2008, it moved to Broadway, where it became a cultural breakthrough. In the Heights won 4 Tony Awards, including Best Musical, and earned Miranda his first Tony for Best Original Score. More than awards, In the Heights signaled a shift. Miranda proved that contemporary music and traditionally marginalized stories belonged at the center of American theater, not as novelties, but as defining voices. But Miranda was just getting started. While writing on vacation in 2008, Miranda picked up a biography of Alexander Hamilton. Almost immediately, he saw something others hadn't, a founding father who embodied ambition, immigration, conflict, and relentless drive. Hamilton's life read like a rap battle waiting to happen. Miranda began writing songs, not for a musical yet, but simply to explore the idea. In 2009, Miranda performed an early version of what would become Hamilton at the White House during a poetry evening hosted by President Barack Obama. The audience laughed, applauded, and leaned forward. Even then, something felt different. Over the next several years, Miranda worked obsessively on Hamilton. He wrote the book, music, and lyrics, blending hip-hop, R&B, pop, and traditional Broadway structures. The casting was intentionally diverse, placing actors of color in the roles of America's white founding fathers, not as historical revisionism, but as a statement about who gets to tell America's story. When Hamilton premiered off-Broadway in 2015, before moving to Broadway later that year, it became a cultural phenomenon. Tickets sold out months in advance, lyrics were memorized, lines wrapped around city blocks. Critics hailed it as revolutionary. At the 2016 Tony Awards, Hamilton won 11 Tonys out of 16 nominations. Miranda won for Best Original Score, and the show received the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. But beyond accolades, Hamilton changed how people, especially younger audiences, engaged with history. It made the past feel alive, urgent, and deeply human. Suddenly, Lin-Manuel Miranda was everywhere. He hosted Saturday Night Live, he performed at the Grammy Awards, his face became recognizable beyond theater circles. Yet, despite the fame, Miranda remained grounded in the craft and community that shaped him. Rather than staying solely on Broadway, Miranda expanded into film and television. He composed music for Disney's Moana in 2016, crafting songs that balanced cultural respect with mainstream appeal. The soundtrack was a massive success, earning Miranda Academy Award and Grammy nominations. He later acted in and contributed music to Mary Poppins Returns, played a major role in His Dark Materials, and created the musical Bring It On alongside Tom Kitt. In 2021, he made his featured directorial debut with Tick, Tick, Boom, a film adaptation of Jonathan Larson's autobiographical musical. The film was praised for its emotional depth and reverence for the creative process, earning Andrew Garfield an Academy Award nomination. Miranda has also used his platform for activism and philanthropy. After Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico in 2017, he became a leading voice in raising awareness and funds for recovery efforts. He temporarily returned Hamilton to Puerto Rico in 2019, using the performances to support arts education and disaster relief on the island. The move was deeply personal, a way of reconnecting his success to his cultural roots. Throughout his career, Miranda has spoken openly about anxiety, self-doubt, and the pressure of expectations. Despite his outward confidence, he often emphasizes that his success came from persistence rather than certainty. He has described his creative process as messy, iterative, and fueled by fear as much as excitement. What makes Lin-Manuel Miranda unique isn't just his talent, it's his belief in collaboration. He constantly credits performers, musicians, mentors, and predecessors. He sees himself not as a lone genius, but as part of a lineage. His work builds bridges between generations, genres, and cultures. In many ways, Miranda represents a new archetype of American artist. He is unapologetically intellectual and accessible at the same time. He blends tradition with innovation. He believes history belongs to everyone and that storytelling can reshape national identity. Today, Lin-Manuel Miranda continues to write, act, produce, and mentor emerging artists. He has stepped away from performing Hamilton on stage, but its legacy continues to ripple outward in classrooms, in pop culture, and in how stories are told. His journey is a reminder that revolutions don't always arrive loudly. Sometimes they start quietly, in notebooks, in classrooms, in half-finished lyrics. Lin-Manuel Miranda didn't just change Broadway, he expanded who felt invited into it. And maybe that's his greatest achievement. Not the awards, not the sold-out theaters, but the permission he gave an entire generation to believe that their voices, their rhythms, and their histories mattered.